arrived at Wasteland Weekend without a clue what to expect. Pictures on the internet show a fantastically immersive experience, Mad Max-loving wastoids flocking to the desert for a weekend of debauchery. A 4-day festival of post-apocalyptic insanity, car cruises through the desert, barter towns, and scrap fights. An experience fueled by shit liquor and a desire to escape the shackles of modern niceties. So, here I am, in the middle of the arid Mojave Desert with my crew, all of us, as required by the festival, decked to the nines in our best after-the-end-of-the-world garb, ready for anything. It's Friday afternoon in the post-apocalypse, and I'm on a tour of the wasteland with one of its more active citizens, the Swede. We pass through the campsites, a live stage, and a bar.
The end of the world's just, everyone's dying. Okay, cool. And after that, what could you build with all the stuff that was left behind? What can you build with the scraps of what was? And sometimes those things are way more awesome than the things that were there before.
Since first coming to the waste, that's what they call it, he's helped build the local infrastructure. He runs a post office, a ham radio club, and now an FM radio station.
Our motto is civilization starts with communication. Unless you can talk to people, unless you know what's on the other side of the next hill, there's no way to do anything.
What is on the other side of the next hill?
Well, usually nothing. But if you go over enough hills, there's something.
Going on this afternoon, jugger matches, weapons demonstrations, and a nice game of croquet. All of it is set against a backdrop of incredible artistry and care, taken by seemingly every one of the hundreds of participants who together create this world.
And I have a shop in my house, and so it's my job. That's what I do for a living.
But here you are.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah. I spent 6 months prepping for Mojave Wasteland this year.
But let's be clear, what you're seeing, a raw and rough display punctuated by acts of wild aggression and extended middle fingers, is a show. People are incredibly nice here. Everywhere you go, they want to give you things. Food, beer, refreshing shots of Jameson. Straight out of the bottle or off of skis.
We look scary, but we're really fucking cool. During the year and stuff, like everybody talks to everybody and everybody loves everybody. We build the thing. My brother builds this, so it's cool.
From the mandatory costumes to the customized cars to the raggedy tents, the goal is complete immersion. The sun sets behind the dry hills, and that means it's time to eat. Most people are mowing down on campfire hot dogs and burgers, but not these guys, Michael and Paul, adventurous cooks from San Diego, making what is nothing short of a feast.
This is a cow's heart.
A cow's heart.
This, from judging from the size of it,
Straight up, just eat it.
take it just like it's a slice of beef.
Lovely.
On tonight's menu, pig and lamb heads and cow heart. Later, the two will cook up duck breast in a white wine sauce in the middle of nowhere.
We just went all out and got, probably half a pig and half a cow in total and brought it out to do our thing. So who says the apocalypse has to suck?
It's a meal for 50 people, which in true wasteland fashion is served up with a hearty side of theatrics in what else but a feast for Bacchus, the Roman god of wine and ritual madness.
So I'm bringing all these people, all these guests into what my vision, my world is for it, and sharing it with that. So whenever the different tribes throw a party, you're getting to see their view and their artistic bend on it, and it all kind of just meshes together in this crazy conglomerate.
More drinks and dancing follow. After dinner, a walk back downtown for the evening festivities. At a fashion show, costumers show off their creations. Later, fire dancing. The mesmerizing act is somehow more captivating in the cold desert night. Now, time for a bit of contemplation about the end of the world.
Like, we go so far out of our way to make it look like this scenario actually happened. But if it did, none of us would do anything we're doing right now out here.
Look, he's probably right, but that's not the point. Wasteland isn't supposed to be a premonition like some bad future colonial Williamsburg. So then, what the hell is this place? Is it just an excuse to wear funny clothes and get fucked up in the desert? For some, maybe, but there is something else going on here. Wasteland Weekend is a respite from the world in which we live. It is an about-face to the blue glow of our exhaustive, connected world. A place to have very little but very much, where people with too much imagination for everyday life can, albeit for just a few days, live out the same incredible dream together. I think there's something very special about that. Back in Los Angeles a few days later, it sinks in. I'm only 100 miles away, but Wasteland Weekend feels like an alternate universe. I'm gonna miss that insane afterworld in the desert.
Bye.